guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you guys how I make my cash envelopes. It's really easy and they're really neat to make because you can choose whatever kind of design of scrapbook paper you want, so you can make them really unique in your own style. So these are just some that I have made. I'll zoom in here. So this one just has different patterns of the United States. So that one's really cute. And then I just put a label down here and wrote which cash envelope it is. So that is my savings. This is my cell phone. It's a cute pattern. This is a feather design. This is like a rustic wood with flowers. Just like a watercolor pink. This is kind of like a cheetah, almost paint splash one. And then my gas is just some cute pattern lines. So I'm going to show you guys how to make these. Like I said, it's really easy to do. The only thing that you need is you need some scrapbook paper, and I recommend using the thinner paper rather than the really thick cardstock because it seems to, the laminating machine seems to stick better to it when it's the thinner paper rather than the thick paper. You will also need laminating pouches, and I like the 8.5 inch by 11 because you can actually fit 3 different cash envelopes in these and do 3 at a time. And I just got these. They are, I don't even know what brand. Oh, they're Walmart. I got them at Walmart. There was 50 of them. I'm not exactly sure how much they were, but they're not that expensive. And then you also need a laminating machine, which I will show you guys mine in a minute. I just have a Scotch brand laminating machine, and it was really inexpensive. I think I got it on Amazon. It was not that much at all. So we will begin. You also need a ruler and a pencil. So my current cash envelopes are, and if you hear that noise, that's my laminating machine heating up. My current cash envelopes are 7 inches by 3 inches, oh, by 3.5, so 7 inches by 3.5, and as you can see, the money fits in there really well. So you may need to adjust the size depending on how big or small your billfold is too, as I'm sure you'll want these to fit in your billfold, but I go with 7 by 3.5. So what you first do is I am going to start with the blue, and you're just going to take your paper and fold it in half. Make sure it's even. And like I said, the thinner cardstock paper will work much easier for this than the thicker. So just fold your paper in half. And I just like to make sure that it's really tight there. And then what you do is you're just going to use your ruler and measure it. So like I said, you're doing 7 inches by 3.5. Then I'm just going to go again at the top here. Mark over 7 inches. And 3.5. And then we're just going to make our lines. And go down. So there you can see the cutout of my rectangle. Like I said, you can do 3 of these at one time in the laminating pouches, so I'm going to go ahead and measure up my other 2 papers here real quick, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so I finished measuring my other 2 papers, and I have cut them out. So as you can see, they will open to one side, and then you have one side that has the seam on it. So all 3 are the same. So now what you're going to do is you are going to get your laminating envelope, and what I first do is I push the first one as far back as possible. And this is where, if you have a thicker cardstock, it doesn't work as good. So try to get the thinner cardstock. It will work much better. And then the other 2, I'm just going to put here and here. And then you also kind of want to remember where your seams are at and where the openings are. You can't always feel too, once it runs through the laminating machine, the side that feels, I guess, thicker, or I guess a bigger bump, that is the seamed side, and then the sides that don't have as big of a bump, those are the openings. So let me get my laminator ready here. Okay, so I have my laminating machine here, and it is feeding through right now. And then just remember, this is the seam and this is the opening. These are the seams and this is the opening here. You can also see kind of where it's cut there. So we're just going to let it pull through here. And it is done. Alright, so here is the laminating paper with the envelopes. And as you can see, they're not perfect. There's not perfect spacing between them, but that's okay because you're cutting it anyways. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to take your scissors. Now, along the folded seams, you do not want to cut close around there because you want that laminating to stay around there and not break through. But along the opening, this side here is where you want it to cut close to, as well as these. Leave these a little bit longer. Don't cut right close to the paper on these sides or the bottom, as you want those to remain closed. So I'm just going to start cutting these. And if you do get cut too close to the sides or the bottom, you can always just take some Scotch tape and just tape along the part where the seam has an opening. I have had to do that a few times, but if you can see, so there is my opening. I am leaving my sides longer, not cutting right up to the paper, and same with the bottom. I am just leaving it longer and not cutting right up close to the paper. And there you have it. So there's your envelope. I'm going to do the same with these, just cut these, and then like I said, I just use like an Avery label to put on the bottom of them, write what it is, and you then have your envelopes. So if you guys have any questions on this, just let me know. Hopefully I explained everything well enough for you guys. And I am hopefully going to make some of these up to sell. So if you are interested in that, just let me know, and let me know what kind of scrapbook paper designs you would like, and that would be something that I would be willing to make for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can be reminded every time I post a new video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!